Hello and welcome to my lecture. Uh, Today we'll be learning about DC circuit. So, what is DC circuit? DC circuit is a closed path which direct current or DC current flows is called a DC circuit. So, this is the example which I have given. Uh, because we are talking about a DC circuit, so we must be using a DC source. So, this is the DC source. We means this is a battery which will give that direct current. This is a switch to turn on the lamp or turn off the lamp. So from switch we will be giving some power to switch, and this switch is connected to the lamp. So what we have to do, we have to turn off or turn on the lamp, and to turn off turn on the lamp we will be having switch which will be powered by a battery. So we will connect these two in a circuit which will be called a DC circuit. This voltmeter and ammeter we have taken to measure the voltage across the lamp and the current through the lamp. Okay, so this is the example of a DC circuit. So now we first of all, to start with the exercise, uh, we need to learn some basics. First of all, we will talk about Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? What it states that the current flowing between any 2 points, if we see this diagram and we relate these lines, so what it is saying, if the current flowing between any 2 points, what are the points A and B? Current flowing between any 2 points of a conductor or circuit. Conductor means a wire. So current flowing between any 2 points of a wire, this is the wire which is having resistance, is directly proportional to the potential difference across them. Is directly proportional to the potential difference across them. So what is the potential difference across them? It will be the applied voltage. Okay, if you will apply a 5 volt battery, then the potential between them is 5 volt. Okay, provided physical conditions, that is temperature, pressure do not change. It should be a constant. Okay, so mathematically we can write the current flowing in this circuit is directly proportional to the applied potential. Okay, so this is the equation. Or we can write V divided by I is a constant. Okay, this constant is called the resistance R, or the conductor of the current of the circuit or of the wire. Fine. Then D by R is R, or we can written as uh, V equals to IR. So this is the Ohm's law. To use these formulas, what is resistance? To understand, we have one numerical. This is the what it says. The specific resistance of platinum at 0 degree centigrade is 10.5 micro ohm centimeter. What should be the length of platinum wire of uh, here are some misprints, so we need to ignore it. Uh, Length of platinum wire which is having diameter of 0.0274 centimeter to have a resistance of 4 ohms at 0 degree centigrade. So we are having resistance of wire is at 0 degree temperature, can be calculated as, the formula is R equals to rho L by A. This is not 1, this is L. R equals to rho L by A. This is the formula. So what we need to calculate, we need to calculate the length of the platinum wire. So L will be rho RA by rho. So we are having our resistance we have given, which is 4 ohm, and rho is the rho is also given as which is 10.5 into 10 to the power 6 ohm. Here it is written micro ohm centimeter. So we need to calculate in ohm centimeter. So it will be 10.5 into 10 to the power minus 6 ohm centimeter, or if we convert it into meter, it will be 10.5 into 10 to the power minus 8 meter, ohm meter. Fine. So, and A area will be, uh, what will be area? Pi r square. Okay, so if we are having diameter, then we will be converting it into diameter formula. So pi d square by 4. D we know this is diameter. We'll put it and we'll get the answer. Okay, so these all these values we need to put in this formula. After putting these values, we will find it will be the length of the platinum wire will be 2.249 meter. Fine. Now we should also know what are the limitations or of Ohm's law. So Ohm's limitations are that Ohm's law cannot be applied to the nonlinear circuits such as circuits containing electronic tubes, transistors, amplifiers, okay, and the circuit used to produce electric arcs. So these are the limitations, means it cannot be applied to nonlinear circuit. Now, what are Kirchhoff's law? So there are two Kirchhoff's law, first law and second law. First law says that the algebraic sum of all the currents meeting at a point or a junction is zero. If we see this diagram, we will able to understand. See the all the current which are going or going out or coming in, the sum of these currents is zero. So when we apply the Kirchhoff current law at this node, this O node, we will get this formula. This because we have taken this incoming current is positive and outgoing current as negative. So I1 is coming in, so it is I1. I2 is going out, so we have taken as minus. I3 is going out, we have taken it as minus. I4 is going out, we have taken it as negative. I5 is coming in and it is positive. So this algebraic sum of these is equals to 0, which is the Kirchhoff's first law. Or we can write it, the incoming current equals to the outgoing current. Okay. So the what second law says? It says that in a closed circuit or mesh, the algebraic sum of all the EMFs and the algebraic sum of all the voltage drops is zero. Voltage drop means product of current and resistance. So the algebraic sum of the EMFs plus the algebraic sum of all the voltage drops is equal to zero. Mathematically, we can write summation of EMFs is plus the summation of voltages is equal to 0. Okay, so to understand this, let's consider this diagram or circuit. Okay, what we will do, we will apply the KVL across AB in ABDA circuit, ABDA circuit. If we apply the KVL in ABDA circuit, there will be a one EMF only. So E1 minus drop will be in minus. Okay, so minus the current in this R1 is I1 plus I2. So R1 into I1 plus I2 minus I2 into R3 is equal to 0. Sum of the EMFs and voltage drop is equal to 0. Okay. Now, what is electrical energy? What is energy? To do any work, we need, and if we simple words, we talk about what is energy, then to do any specific task, we require energy. So if we talk about electrical energy, the total amount of work done in electrical circuit is called electrical energy. And if we write in a formula, it will come out V equals to work done upon Q. Q is a charge, V is the applied voltage. So work done in an electric circuit is called energy. The unit of its energy is joules or watt second. However, the practical or commercial unit of electrical energy is kilowatt hour, which is also known as BOT, Board of Trade Unit. In our home, in energy meter, one unit is uh, we measure it in kilowatt hour. We have energy meter at our home. Okay, so 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 36 into 10 to the power 5 watt second or joule. Okay, so usually 1 kilowatt hour is called as 1 unit, which which is used to calculate the bill of our energy meter. Okay, next one is electrical power. So what is electrical power? The rate at which work is being done in an electrical circuit is called electric power. Hence, electric power is equal to work done in an electric circuit divided by time, or P equals to V square upon R. The unit of power, electrical power is watt. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. Take care.